Hi, good afternoon, everyone. It's Jin here from SCCCI eCommerce. Today, I will be a speaker to share about business challenges and opportunity under the COVID-19. First of all, I'm not a medical professional or economist. So for more accurate advice, please refer to the WHO or Enterprise Singapore. Okay, first of all, I would like to share the content today. First, the impact of COVID-19. Second is the opportunity of business transformation. Part 3, I'm going to share Southeast Asia market and China market. Part 4, I'm going to share how we are going to build the market and team to grow this business in Southeast Asia and China. Last part, I'm going to share the exact case study and the marketing strategies that we implement for the past couple of years. Okay, as everyone knows that, and I believe most of us stay at home and we hear the news every day regarding of COVID-19. And for the news, number of firms and business that cease operation in first 3 months of year up by 78%. I believe for now, it should be more than 98%. But today, it's great to share some thoughts about business opportunity under COVID-19. What are the impact of COVID-19? First of all, definitely will be the business revenue. And you can see a lot of restaurants, they are closing down, and a lot of companies are closing down, and definitely it will impact the business revenue. And for the part 2, most of companies will impact by the business model, which they still operating under traditional business model. And for the business development, definitely will get impact too. For the overseas business development, regional business development, that will somehow get impact too. For the workforce, most of the company employees have to work at home. This will definitely impact the efficiency and the workforce to deliver the result under COVID-19 situation. And furthermore is our operation and supply chain. There's a lot of news regarding of the global supply chain, how badly impacted by our COVID-19. And for this, with the less revenue of a business, especially for some traditional business model, get badly impact, the financial problems and cash flow issues will be seen from the company's operation. With the impact of COVID-19, but we still can see there are some of business are benefiting from the COVID-19. The first of the company is Zoom, which we are using the Zoom for today's webinar. With the Zoom video conferencing, this solution actually, this company actually gaining about 50% increase on their shares. And the next company, for those young generation who stay at home, they are playing those video gaming, and Tencent games actually gets benefits from this COVID-19. The next company is the video streaming company Netflix. And for now, the daily F&B, the service company GrabFoods has a significant increase of order as well. For the online supermarket, RedMart also fulfill the most of demands for Singapore families, and the logistics also get impacted due to the over demanding from the market. The next part will be those online e-markets platform, Lazada. And today I'm going to share some of the business models which relate to the online e-commerce and as well as the cross-border e-commerce. As for the company in Singapore, actually for government, I believe 2 years ago, they already talked about digital transformation for most of companies. And as for current stage, I believe most of companies have to accelerate the digital transformation and digital upskilling. And this is could be one of the strategic development to most of companies. And this will definitely benefit to the most of companies to transform their business from current traditional stage to a new platform, to a new digital system to manage in a more significant business development. The next will be the protect growth and profitability through actions such as scenario planning, especially in such COVID-19 case. We have to do a lot of scenario planning, such as how the staff going to work at home, how they are going to do communication. And for the financial modeling exercise, cash flow is very important of the company operation. So with the less cash flow, how we are going to manage our business. And this could be very critical topics for most of companies now. And meanwhile, the new business model is the core transformation for every company who is still managing their business under very traditional way. And we have to consider the multi-impacts from the COVID-19, and how we are going to overcome those impacts is through the market study, business model transformation, financial exercise to improve and to prevent the badly impact from this COVID-19. And the last strategy suggestion is we have to keep closer with our customers and take the pulse of our customers and really think through the long-term consideration around the core markets that we are delivering. Especially for now, e-commerce has been very high demanding because most of customers are staying at home and they have to shop online, and even government not allow people just to go out. I believe with the e-commerce is how convenient, helping most of people. And this is a great opportunities for a lot of customers who never experienced with the benefit of e-commerce. And now it's the right time for them. But as the brand, as a business owner, we should catch this business opportunity and to deal with the COVID-19. Okay, so from this COVID-19, I believe most of people are nervous, especially from the market, even from this stock market, fund market, because I'm one of the investor for such market, and I also get somehow badly impact cause of the COVID-19. But from the COVID-19, we also find out some new revelation, which first of all is as a company is a true touchstone to really test a company's financial health, employee management, and how we are going to manage the scenario when some impact such as COVID-19 and also the economic problems and globalization issues. Yeah, that is somehow to test our corporate capability to deal such scenarios. Okay, for the revelation 2, with the new era of the internet, actually it has been talking for many years since the early stage back to SARS 2003. In China, there are many companies grow significantly for the past almost 10 years, and they deliver great business model, and they change the business model in the market. And with the now, for today, it could be the traditional e-commerce business, but at that time, back to 2006, they really built up some great business like Alibaba, JD.com, and most of them in China are very successful till today. And when we look at US market like Amazon, also has great development for the past 10 years. Yeah, But when we look at the traditional business who has exit in a market, maybe for more than 30 years, 20 years, or 10 years, some of the logic of the behind the traditional business has been defected or even deformed. So how we are going to deal with our traditional business, I believe with the COVID-19, it will force, or as a business owner, we have to think about what is the exit way, or what is the way to really transfer our business to the next level. I think it's a good timing for everyone to really think of it. The next, for today, most of business model can be reshaped. And the question is how we are going to reshape our business through the new technology, the new networks, and the new marketing method. And this is a very important part, which we are going to share today. Okay, as Warren Buffett said, be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. At the beginning stage of COVID-19 happened in Singapore, I also feel worried, sent to most of people. I worry about the stock market, fund market. I also worry about the business. And I also have a bad status for a short period because I have lost. I have no idea how we are going to manage our employees, how we are going to manage our business. But for a very quick react to the situation, actually I noticed the business come with new opportunities, and we can see that there's a lot of people start doing the healthy product and those daily essential product like face masks, hand sanitizer, and actually grow some business further with this COVID-19. So I would like to share more what kinds of business opportunity and market I realized and find out for this short period. And actually we have run this market for I think for the past a couple of more than 5 to 6 years. We are in this online market for more than, I think, almost 10 years, since 2011. So I would like to share the experience and some thoughts from myself. Okay, first of all is we have to look at what is the market. It's potentially we can grow further through the so-called the new technology, new channel, and new marketing solution. Okay, for the Southeast Asia, especially to Singapore, I think Singapore is very ideal position to run the global business or regional business, as Singapore markets and business companies, they have very good understanding of China market, and they also have very good understanding of Southeast Asia market. And everyone see that for the new age of internet, Southeast Asia is one of the fastest growing region in the world. Since 2001, I think back to 2008, that time is G market from Korean. That time just get started. But for 2012, I believe a lot of platform like Q10, Shopee, Lazada, when they be on board with the Southeast Asian market, the market has significantly changed with a big growth. And yeah, some of us and some of the companies who they involved with the development and who as part of the development and really feel and get experience with the growth in Southeast Asia. And the interesting part is in Southeast Asia, there's a lot of people love to be online and they really explore the internet contents every day. And it's even more than 10 hours in Philippines, and like Thailand is about 9 hours, Indonesia is about 8 hours. It's really long hours for Southeast Asia people, consumers, to explore the contents from the internet. So that means online market has a huge potential because most of people are moving from offline shopping behaviors to online shopping behaviors. And with this change, it could be one of the reasons Southeast Asia actually transformed their connection from the PC era to this mobile era. And with this change, for most of customers, they can easily access to the internet through the mobile. Yeah, and especially in Singapore, almost everyone have 2.5 phones, mobile phone. That is the data I know. Yeah, honestly, I have 3 mobile phones as well. Okay, come to the next. We know about the potential of the market, and we can look at the consumption power in Southeast Asia, and we can see the growth is very significant as well. And I believe in Singapore, most of customer, I believe the average spending power is about $20 to $40 per transaction. So that means when they purchase online, for average amount they are willing to spend online is quite significant. And for Southeast Asia, the other countries, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, the online consumption power is getting more and more as well. And with the overall growth of the economy, the consumer actually willing to spend more through the online. And of course, with the connection to the market, most of the consumer is moving from offline to online, and they have more opportunities and more chance to spend their dollars through the online channels. And let's look at the potential online retailing by 2025 in Southeast Asia, the 6 countries like Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore is almost $100 billion by 2025. It could be exceed this amount based on the projection from Google. Another point is in Southeast Asia, social media actually is one of popular network that a lot of young people love to explore from YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp. And with 60% of the young generation, they are explore the online shopping. And with 30% of the online shopping actually being delivered from the social media. Yeah, and what I believe in Thailand, in Singapore, in Vietnam, and in Indonesia, everyone can see some Facebook advertisement from the individual sellers. Yeah, so from those individual sellers, they are going to bring the product from China or from the factory directly, and they just sell online. And they also make significant income through the social media. And so the social media is very interesting part. It's not just about marketing. Actually, social media is somehow diversified the method of delivery your information and message to your end customers through the content marketing, through the live sales, and through some other social communication to engage with your end customer. And this is still at very early stage in Southeast Asia. And it will grow rapidly, like crazy, like e-commerce in the next few years. So with the further business development, we are not just look at traditional e-commerce business model. We are going to look at the omni-channel, how we are going to integrate the channels from social commerce, from e-commerce platform, from offline channels, and from live sales like TikTok. Sorry, it's not TikTok. TikTok is another another software for the meeting and the company of management. So let's look at Southeast Asia's e-commerce trend that creates by internet of as compared to China and USA. You can see the data. Actually, in China, there's 14% of a market share. That means for online e-commerce sales, actually occupy 14% in China, and it's about 14% in USA. But when we look at the Southeast Asia, it's just about 3%. So it definitely will be one of the fastest growing segment from the retail industry. And with this opportunity, a lot of governments, they are building the very fundamental part like internet and their logistics to support this business growth. So from the government, from the society, from the consumer level, all has the fundamental understanding of the change of the business. And that is somehow through those e-commerce platform and through the sellers, we all participate in this macro environment. And that's how every parties push the online business to grow in the region. So with the more and more online shoppings, that is also helping more and more brands to be on board. That's the ecosystem to be built with all parties to involve in this business, especially internet mindset is like unlimited. So everyone, all the products, as long as you have an idea, you know where's your target consumer, you are able to quickly catch up the business. You are able to share the pie of the growth of e-commerce. And come back to Southeast Asia itself, the mobile device has been spread everywhere, and everyone using multi-mobile device with a phone, with an iPad, with a Mac, with a PC. So they have a lot of connection point to shop online, which also bring the business opportunity to the business owners. Okay, so let's look at the past, I think less than 10 years, there are many e-commerce platforms has been built in Southeast Asia. And like in Singapore, we can see Qoo10, Shopee, Lazada, and Indonesia, they also have their local e-commerce platform like Tokopedia, Pagalapa, and in JD.ID, Blibli. Indonesia actually is a very huge market. So that's why it also has a big space, big market space for a lot of market platform to grow over there. And now we are going to share the key or the major platforms is Qoo10, Shopee, and Lazada, which they have market share in the regional. First of all is Lazada. Okay, I believe most of people should know about Lazada. And as a business owner, if you're still not aware of Lazada, there should be something wrong. But come back to Lazada itself with the Alibaba investment, they have been growth greatly for the past few years. And as a leading platform, Lazada actually educates a lot of sellers. And that means seller could be the customer. Meanwhile, Lazada also helping a lot of customers to really enjoy the shopping benefits from the online internet. And we can see Lazada has more than 260 million SKUs. That's really huge number of SKUs. And there are more than 145,000 sellers on board with Lazada. And with the past few years, more and more brands has been on board with Lazada in Southeast Asia. And Lazada also consists of the 23 categories. That means you can sell anything in Lazada. That's how interesting of the e-commerce. There's very low barrier, almost no limit to anyone to participate in this business pipe. The next platform I'm going to share is a Shopee. Shopee actually accept these 6 countries in Southeast Asia. Shopee also be one of the leading platform in Taiwan. So they have 7 markets. And with the past of a few years, Shopee has fastest growing for their cross-border business. For cross-border business means a lot of a product is selling from like China to Southeast Asia, okay, cross market. So they also have great social media fans. It's almost 30 million social media fans from Facebook, and they have 6.5 million active users. And the active seller actually come from, this is active user. So that's a customer base. And they also have more than 8,000 staff cross over Southeast Asia and China. So with the growth of the e-commerce, they actually catch up with the trend, and this trend has been expanded further with the platform's effort. And the last platform I'm going to share is about QO10. I believe most of Singaporean has experience with QO10, and with almost about 5 million population in Singapore, there are 3 million registered members in QO10, and the customer profile is about 18 to 50 years old. I mean, 70% of a customer is from age. Their age is from 18 to 50 years old. We can see that a lot of a young generation, they are the favorite user of the Q10. Okay, so basically I just to share what are the platforms in Southeast Asia and what are the major platforms people is running their business in Singapore and in Southeast Asia. Next market, we are going to look at the China market. And for China market, it's really huge market, and it consists of two parts. One is a local China market, and another part will be cross-border China market, which we name it CBEC, cross-border e-commerce. And with China market is really huge, and a lot of brands intend to develop this business, but most of brands feel fearful to enter this market. So through cross-border, it will be one of potential and good opportunity business for most of brands. I'm going to share this part. And based on our study and research, the market size for China cross-border e-commerce in 2017 is estimated 23 billion Singapore dollar. And with 2021, it can increase to 62 billion Singapore dollar. So it's almost three times of growth for the cross-border. For cross-border means for Southeast Asia brands, for overseas brands, they intend to enter the China market. And China market actually allow you to ship your goods to one of the free test zone to store your product and consider it as an original packaging from overseas, and with less test. So through the online platform, you can sell it. Basically for now, the China cross-border market is, we can consider two types of business. One is B2B, one is B2C. So B2B, basically you sell direct to the platform. If your brand is one of a very potential brand, and those giant platform like JD.com, Tmall, they like to sell your brand, it will be great opportunity. You can just supply to those platform. They are going to market your brands in their platform with billions of customer base. And with B2C, basically you can open your online store to list your product in their platform and use the free test room warehouse to do the fulfillment. I'm going to explore further with this part. So come back to the customer profile in China. The most of cross-border online shopping users are mainly post-80s and 90s. And with the young generation, they have a very aggressive consumption power in China. And okay, so with the huge customer base, how we are going to enter the market and how we are going to engage with the potential customers from China. And one of the channel is we still can do through the general trade, then go for offline channel through this O2O business. Um, the next one, we say traditional channel, which is online traditional channels, has been developed more than 10 years in China, like JD, Tmall, Kaola. All these platforms are top platforms to allow overseas brands to sell their product through their channels in China through the cross-border e-commerce. And another channel is online social channels, or sometimes we also name it like membership channels like Yunji. So there's another channel to helping the brands to sell through their online platform. And the part 4, another mobile e-commerce platform like WeChat is part of the social commerce. And another software platform is TikTok. And this TikTok now is very hot in China, and almost everyone can be the businessman. They just do the live sales with some video streaming to tell and to share what are the benefits of their products. And they will share the link. They just click the link to place their order. So through the multi-channels, through the multi-marketing solutions and strategies, there are many ways to engage with the China market. So it's not that difficult and tough to engage with the China market if you know how to integrate the strategies, how to integrate the channels, to understand how we are able to market the China platforms. There are many opportunities to enter this huge market as well. So let's look at the Southeast Asia. We have very potential growth in Southeast Asia. When we look at the China, although it's very major operation for their e-commerce, but when we come to the market size, there is still very potential growth in the near future. And especially for those brands from Southeast Asia, or for those global brands that we market in China, it's proven result that to tell China market is huge and very potential for the overseas brand to enter the market. Okay. This is very simple comparison regarding of the general trade, which is traditional general trade and versus cross-border trade. I have been running both trade before. With a traditional general trade, I think it's quite difficult because you have to apply the permission from the China government, custom, you have to do a lot of product tests, and you have to understand the regulation, such as the product ingredients, the packaging, the language, and basically you have to change your product packaging so that you can really enter the China market. And a lot of brands start to move in China market is because it's quite complicated with the general trade, and the barrier of the general trade is the custom. You have to fulfill a lot of requirements, license, permits to allow you to enter the market. But China government is very friendly to offer such cross-border e-commerce business model. And basically now the cross-border business model is very healthy growth in China because for the brand wise, if you do have general trade with the local partners, basically it doesn't impact your cross-border e-commerce business. Why I say so? Let's say Unilever, they do have China factories, they do have local packagings in Chinese version, so they can just supply to supermarket. They can just supply to the China retailing channels instead of cross-border e-commerce. We are able to sell Unilever overseas packaging, which is original packaging, could be from the global, could be from worldwide factories, and could be from the worldwide suppliers. So with the CBEC e-commerce solution, that we are helping a lot of brands to enter China market, and with a very minimum cost and with a very minimal risk to find out how to deal in this market. And we can see the benefit is with a less test and with a with the fast and efficient method to find out how big of the market, what are the potential customers we should target. And you basically don't have to change much on your current product packaging. And you can just deliver your current packaging, current products through the cross-border solution. And let me highlight this part. It's really not difficult for the brand to sell your product to China if you consider cross-border e-commerce. Yeah, basically it's just a logistics solution. But the most critical part is how you are able to market your brand in China through the online platforms. Yeah. So today I'm going to introduce the important portion, which is the omni-channel and the omni-channel marketing for this training. Okay, as we all know, as a brand owner, we all have an expectation to enter the market. First of all, we expect to build our brand exposure to assess the market, to expect more and more potential customers, visitors to know your products. Yeah. The part two, with the brand exposure, we expect to generate brand revenues through the channels, through the markets. For the traditional way is we may appoint some distributor will appoint some retailers, and with a retailer engage with the end consumer. But with nowadays, how we are going to use internet, online shopping to expose your brand, to engage, to increase more brand revenue will be very important topic for most of brands and most of companies. And the last part is very important, is about brand value. How you're going to present your brand. To my understanding is we never just think about revenue from online, because revenue is just part of the of a brand value. Yeah, but with this brand value, we also consider how fast of a fulfillment we can deliver our product to end consumer and let customer feel satisfied with your service. So brand service, brand revenue is all part under brand value. And with your brand value, how you are going to build your core customer, this as important as your brand revenue. So I would like to introduce the new market development systems based on today's sharing. And I wish most of the brand's owners really think seriously about your brand positioning. The brand positioning will consist of what is your current product packaging, what is your current product value, and what is your current product market segment. And do you really have the online market segment? If that is a question, we have to really think carefully about how we are going to position our brand, not just offline, but online. The part two is what kinds of platform, which is what are the new platform you can kickstart with your business development through the online business platform, and what are the potential customers you can engage with through the new platform. So I'm going to share the 3 P's. First of all is the positioning of your brand and your product. The part 2 is about the platform regarding of the local Southeast Asia platform. Let's say Singapore platform, what are the major platforms you can engage with? And what are the major Southeast Asia platform you can engage with? And what are the cross-border e-commerce platform you can engage with? And the last part, you always come with the consumer, how you are going to engage with your people through the platforms. And in my experience of business, I always highlight the 5 C's. For all the business, you have to consider the 5 C's. First is about capital. You can't just start with your business without cents or dollar. Second is about your capability. So what kinds of capability to enter the market? The number 3, with the capital and capability, you build your confidence. And with your confidence, you are able to explore and engage more channels. So the 4th C is about channels. So channel is equal to platform that I'm talking about. And with the platform, with the channel, we talk about the consumer. So the 5 C is capital, capability, confidence, channel, and the consumer. And we really have to rethink what is the capability we have to develop the channel and our end consumer. So the first new positioning about the brand and the product, I think it consists of 3 parts. First is we have to reconsider our market segment. If today we only look at the offline channel, and I believe most of brands can feel the stress about the offline channel being closed under COVID-19. That's why online market segment will be very critical part. And for those brands who is not in the market, have to look into. And with the market segment you look into for online, you have to reconsider what is the market competition for your online operation. And the part 2 will consist of the product. For traditional way of calculating your profitability, it's like you have certain margin from the factory or from the principal, and you give certain margin to your distributor. Distributor go to a retailer. Retailer go to the end consumer. Actually, the profit being shared among 3 or 4 parties. But with today, it can be just manufacturer to consumer, can be just brand to consumer, can be the owner who is the seller to consumer. So actually, it somehow shortcut the cost of the profit sharing. So profitability, it will be one of the structure, how we are going to redesign and rethink of the profitability structure to really enter the market. The key part is how you are able to be profitable, meanwhile you still benefit your end customer, because all your supply chain and that is come to the end consumer, and that is a key point. And another part of the product is a unique selling point. USP is a unique selling point. For every product you're selling in the channel, you have to tell the customer, because for online market, basically you can't present your product live every day to share with everyone. How we present a product is to tell customer what is the unique selling point. First of all, is what is the unique function of the products, and what is the unique benefits of buying these products through the picture, through the video, through the sharing, through the customer comment, to tell and share your unique selling points. The part 3 of the new positioning is about customer. The understanding of the customer positioning is based on traditional way, is we through the channel will engage with customer. So we don't really manage and care what is the feeling, what is the understanding from the customer level. But through the online, you basically have a direct communication, direct information, and direct data, which engage with your platforms that you selling your product. So you have a quick response to the customer demands to understand what is the demand, what is the solution request by our customers. Of course, with the online business performance, customer service will be very, very critical, because you are doing the direct delivery of your brand information, your brand image, and your brand solution. So customer service will consist of two parts. One is through the way you present your product to end customer, to your end customer with the product information, the product price, the product introduction, and so on. So let customer feel convincing and comfortable with your product. And most important is how to make your customer feel confident with your product. And after the customer make the decision to purchase the items, we follow up with another portion of customer service, which is fulfillment, the logistics, how fast of the delivery, how your customer service team to answer your customer requirements, inquiries, and how your marketing team to use the customer base that you have to give the additional benefits and to make the repurchase customer, to use the traffic, to use a customer you built for the second sales, for more sales. It's not just one-time sales. I think this is the big difference from the online and offline. So for offline, basically most of brand will just engage with the retailers. As long as the retailer make the sales, you see the figure, that's it. But for the online, probably you have to look into the customer feedback, the customer certification, the customer inquiries, the customer demands, and so on. Yeah. But with the direct communication, that's how it promotes a company to move further with a more innovative products, with more innovative communication, and with more innovative solution. And next, I'm going to share one of the competition strategy with the position. That means how we are going to build your brand positioning. So first of all is, I believe for every brand that we build, always think of what is our king product, which is the hot style product, as to speak about your brand. So hot products, how you are going to bring your product to the market. That's the first priority. So with the hot product, which engage with the market demand, then gradually you build your brand reputation. So with the hot style product that you have on hand, and you gradually to understand more about your customer requirements and demands, you present your brand with a reputation, present your brand with the fulfillment, communication to deliver the brand value. The next is with the response and with the feedback of your customers. Then you can quickly respond back to take action, to upgrade, to improve your products. So that's how your company will keep going, ongoing improvement on your product, on the market segment, and ongoing service to your customers. And that's how the fast iteration happens. Instead of some of the brands or some of the companies, they may just sell same product for more than 5 years, 10 years, because they have no idea about the market. That's very true that maybe some companies still happy that I don't do anything, but my product still selling. But it could be a problem in the near future, because in the future, the customer how request or how they have the demand of the product will deliver to those companies who receive and who accept their feedbacks, their response. So they will take action on those new SKU, new products, or they will take action to upgrade their products to engage broader customer base. Okay, so after new positioning, I share how we are able to position with our products as one of the kickstart strategy. The part 2 will be the new platform. Okay, nowadays, for most of companies, they may engage with the multi channels. That means they may sell through offline channels like retailing stores. They also try to sell to Q10, Lazada, Shopee. But be very honest, a lot of companies, they even have no idea about Q10, Shopee, Lazada, and they can't find the enter capability, how to enter the market. So they even not doing the multi-channel. So today I'm going to talk about omni-channel is even upper level as compared to the multi-channel. With the omni-channel, what is the ideal scenario is we are able to sell and present your product through the multi-marketplaces. And with the multi-marketplaces, it integrate your channel resource, it integrate your customer resource, and it integrate your marketing resource. So with a mobile website, basically it's more for this online platform, e-commerce platform. With a social media, it also consists of like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, as well as TikTok, WhatsApp, all these social media solutions. And this is more for front end to communicate with our end consumer through this omni-channel. But in order to achieve the omni-channel solution, from the back end, we still have that logistics solution, customer service solution, how we are going to integrate multi-channel, how we are going to integrate the multi-channel marketing solution through the back-end system. This will be another requirement to the companies. But the good thing is with the new technology, with the new network system, it all can be done for today. It's just about, do you really look into the system, how it works from the back end and from the front end? Okay, after the new positioning and the new platform, the last part I'm going to share about the strategy is how we are going to engage our customer. So first of all is we really have to find what is the customer exact pain points. And through the pain points, you deliver the product, and that product is exceed customers' expectation. That is how you can build the reputation. So for most of brands, it can be very generic. I mean, can be the product like let's say hand sanitizer. Okay, a lot of customer, a lot of retailer shops, they will just sell whatever quality of hand sanitizer in their channels. But actually, some of the so-called low quality hand sanitizers, when customer really use it, let me just say, oh, this is bad. They are not going to tell the retailer, they are not going to tell the brand owners. But for the online, they can just leave the message. They can just give a comment. So reputation is very important for your product if you are selling through the online channel. And you know the customer pain point, you fulfill the products, but the product have to come with a quality, and that's how you build your brand reputation. And the last part is, if you have a good reputation of your product, then we talk about how we can use of internet to donate the market and to enter the channel and platforms that you intend to develop. So in the internet market, is if you can do it good in one platform, basically it can be very fast duplication to multi-platforms. From the multi-platforms, you basically can enter the whole market. That's how fast and how efficient of the internet happen nowadays for most of our platform. And we all see how Xiaomi grow in the short term, and see many brands has a fast growing for the past years. So with this new customer engagement, I have a second strategy, which is to build the core customer with precise marketing. So the core customer means for today, maybe for offline channel, you can't really lock up your customer because the most of customer engage with your channel, with your retailers. But for online, you are able to track back who is your customers and how you are going to communicate with your customers, how you are going to accumulate your customer base and format the big data. And that data will tell you the customer purchase behaviors and what kinds of product can fit their second purchase, third purchase, and from the short-term customer base to be the long-term customer base. And with the social commerce, it also helping the brand to create a lot of consumer engagement to the end customers, like lucky draw through the online and through the Facebook, Instagram, YouTube content marketing, to share about what kinds of products through the TikTok. All this is helping customer have a understanding, have a sense of your products. And the interaction is important for online. For most of the time, people think if I do online, I don't have to engage with customer. I think that's totally wrong because for online, you can't really see the person, but you have to, through the content education, through the product information delivery, through the engagement being delivered to your customer to get their involvement. Yeah. So the last part is about the event marketing. For this event marketing is how to really create your product to be most interesting product in the online market. Let's say Double 11, Double 12, it can be the event marketing. So how you're going to use these kinds of big event to really promote your platform, to promote your brand, it could be one of the strategy. Recently, I just saw one of the platform, they are actually selling product OEM brands from China. They actually use COVID-19 to sell their face masks. The purpose is not about selling the face mask. They actually use the platform. They use the mask to sell at a very cheap price. Basically, it's cost to cost. Let's say like 1990 for the box of 50 pieces of face mask. So engage with a customer, let customer to involve the platform's campaigns and promotions. That's how to drive the traffic to the platform. Yeah. So after all this sharing, we talk about a big market potential from Southeast Asia, from China. Also talk about strategies, how we are going to do the so-called business transformation from the offline business to online business. But of course, we will see the big challenges of the online market development. Although we know about there's a technology can do this, we also know that the platform is very capable for a lot of brands to be on board. But as a traditional business, I mean, for those who just focus on offline channel and they don't really find the angle to engage with the online market, I think there are four major challenges they may face. The first of all is to understand the new channel resource, how to engage with the new channel. This is the first priority. You have to understand where's the channel, and through the channel, you have to find out, do you have the core customer base? How you are going to build your core customer? Your base, the customer base, the traffic is the cash. So if you build the base foundation of the customer, which will helping your brand, your online store to bring in the traffic, which bring in the sales. So with the customer base, how you are going to do ongoing promotion campaigns to drive the traffic, to do the ongoing education, to bring in the traffic to your online store, that will be a very important topic. I believe for most of brands, when they go for online, they have to understand for this. And the last part is how to build the capable team to deliver and to build the channel resource, to build the customer base, and to drive in the traffic to promote your product. So among of four of challenges, I believe the last one could be the most critical, which is how to build your capable team. So with today's sharing, I would like to introduce Chen now, who is my colleague, to share the exact marketing strategies and some case studies which has been run for the past years under SCI. Yeah, Chen, I hand over to you. But before that, I believe everyone is quite tired with my sharing. Let's take about 2 minutes break. Is it okay, Chris? Hi, Chris.
Yep, all good. Yeah, please proceed.
Yeah, so we will take 2 minutes break, and I will get Chen to follow up with our exact marketing strategies and case study about Southeast Asia commerce and this cross-border e-commerce. All right, thank you.
Okay, hi everyone, this is Chen. Okay, later I will share more about the operation and also marketing size. Now let me open the slide. Okay. Okay, hi everyone. This is Tina from eCommerce. So now I will start for the marketing operation and also some case study sharing. So as James mentioned at the beginning, for almost of the company need to know who am I. So you need to know your brand position, your product, your price. So based on this, you could do your marketing strategy for target your marketing group, your target customer group, and also your competitors market, then to build the short-term and also the long-term strategy. So now I will sharing some related to the brand operation plan. So for most of the brands, we usually to do the 3 stage. So one is the preparation stage. So in this stage, our company need to do like your store setup, like listing, and also the decoration, your customer service guide. So after that, you move to the growth stage. So in this stage, for company need to focus more on your product management, like to select which one is your potential like house selling product, and then use the internal and also offsite marketing strategies to doing this part. So after your brand has already some like brand exposure and also have some like steady sales performance, then we can focus more on the branding, also like marketing. So in this part, we usually use some like social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram to do some like brand marketing to build your brand identity in the 3rd stage. This is our like brand marketing development plan. So here are 4 like forecasts we mainly do. One is for the brand exposure. In this part, we usually use the inside marketing resources and also some offsite social media advertising. Also, brand need to focus like, are you doing the official store or you're doing maybe a multiple brand store in this set? If you're doing an official store concept, you maybe, for example, you need to doing like an official store launch campaign and also your standardized storefront and also a PTP design. And also for maybe, for example, for Lazada, you need to join the last more to bring more traffic. And then the 2 more important things, like James mentioned, is for the hot selling product and also the core customer management. For the hot selling products, it's just like SKU selection. So later we will use some case studies to get our companies how to select the SKU to be your hot selling products. And then for your core customer management, is more or less how to get your new customer and how to existing your loyal customer in this stage. We need to, based on the brand position, to build up our brand image and enhance our brand vitality. So how to enhance for this? So we mostly combine both inside and offsite, like to tell your brand story, to cite you are like an international brand image, and then to use some Facebook or Instagram to bring more traffic to your inside store. And also here is just a strategy like how to make the house selling product development. So here, So here, mostly we will base on your like store sales performance, maybe offline or other channels as the consideration. Also, we will base on maybe the data analysis in Qton, Shopee, Lazada to check what kind of product is more suitable for the market, or what kind of price the customer more acceptable for this stage. So after select 3 to 5 products, if you have more than like 50 products, maybe we just select like 3 to 5 products in this stage. And then for these selected products, we make the dedicated PDP design and also some like standardized title, and also for doing more like standardized listing. And also for the traffic introduction stage, we use maybe the insight advertising resources to use some like flash deal, slash it, or group buy. So to use this kind of marketing tools to bring more traffic to test your products you selected. After maybe some small promotion, our product will have some like steady traffic. Then in the big campaign like 11/11, 12/12, or maybe some platforms birthday, we will welcome our like sales boosting. So here are some insight marketing tools in Qton, Shopee, and Lazada may have. So I think more of I'm introducing here can use both local and also cross-border China. So you can use your maybe follower coupon, or maybe your flash sale, your bundle, your group buy, and also to, if the customer can leave a review, can get a free gift or can get a discount voucher. This is some like insight marketing tools. And also for offsite, we usually manage like the brand marketing. It's like manage the official social media account to build up the brand image, like to share some product, share some like promotion information to use your own like official social media account. And also we can use the social media to doing the single like SKU advertising. It's like we choose our selected SKU and create some topics to increase the brand awareness. And also for some social media traffic, it's just like a KOL or CPC advertising. So they can link to our inside stores to increase more like this product exposure and also our store exposure. So this is just the offsite marketing if our company would like to link with insight. So this part is customer development strategy, which introduced the how to get our new customer. At the beginning, I think most of the brands start a new shop. They are really difficult to get traffic and also difficult to get the exposure. So in this part, we always use some like follower incentive. If the follower just follow our store, and then share our store to their like Facebook or social media, they can enjoy like maybe 10% discount or maybe a free gift or maybe like slash it for some promotion. And then after that, we will have some like a large group of follower. So for the loyal customer, we can doing some like campaign management of the user management to using the chat or feed. It's also under Lazada, like how to manage your loyal customer. And also there will be like some questions from the brands, like how, if we want to build our own team, like what kind of the team structure we need, and how many people or how many years of experience maybe our team member should have. So here just a team structure of our like team management. Mostly we will have a sales account manager. This person will coordinate including the operation team, the designer team, translation team, customer service team, and also marketing team. And also if you want to do in the China like cross-border business, maybe you need at least 8 to 10 people in this e-commerce team, and they must, I think, at least have like 3 to 5 years experience to do the cross-border like platforms, because this platform, they need the relationship between the account manager from the platform. But for our local side, if we need to organize our own team, it's also need at least like 3 person to in charge. For example, the operation team. This team need to do maybe the data analysis, competitors analysis, also how to get the brand to select the product, to set the price, and also for the content creation, and also for some customer management. So at least this person should to manage both like operation or maybe marketing or maybe customer service. So at least still need one more like designer team to help them to do the designing. So just here a short conclude about the marketing strategies. If you want to do in your better like e-commerce store, you need to have refined operations like skills here, like your data analysis ability, and also your team should be familiar with the channels, like how to get the resources from the platforms, and then we can use the resources to do our like marketing campaigns. And also customer is also really important. So later I will use some case study to show this part, and also to combine the inside and offsite, the marketing strategies to help him build the brand awareness here. Yeah, now I just sharing one case study named Bear. This brand is a Chinese home appliance brand, ranking around like top 20 in China. So this brand, we just start from last year, 2019's April. So before we start, the brand, they doing themselves like around more than 3 months. After we like start their business in the first month, I taught before, in this month, we mostly doing the store setup. We just optimization the listing, and also we doing some like customers like guidelines, or also our like visual merchandising, and also campaigns planning in April. Then when we like for May, we just achieve the GMA growth and also increase our number of followers just through this kind of marketing activities. So here just a marketing activities plan for an example. At the beginning, just like I spoken before, there's like less traffic and also less exposure in our store. So we just sharing our store opening campaigns in our Facebook. If the audience follow our store, and they will enjoy maybe the first 30 customer can enjoy like free fine for it. And maybe if they share to their Facebook, they also can enjoy like $10 voucher for the item they purchase. So we use this kind of marketing to combine the inside and offsite to help our store to reach more than 1,000 follower in 3 hours. So I think now our follower already have 10,000. It's really quite a large quantity in platform. If you have a really large group of customers, they will repeat purchase and also introduce our stores to their friends. And this one is our house selling product development path. So this product is we select for Bear, this brand, but this product is not like selling the best selling product in China, and also the price is not really competitive in the market. So, but why we choose this product is we doing some data analysis, both inside and offsite. And also the design of this product is quite different from the current market they have. So we choose this one and doing some like small campaigns for this product. Here you can see the percentage of this product selling. So from Ramadan sales, they just like occupy around 10% of the sales. And in June, the mid-year campaign, this product reached to like more than 50 4% the sales. So it will let you know how important the wholesaling product is, and then we need to focus more to our own store, like to find this wholesaling product. And also, excellent campaign management can bring considerable sales portion. So compare with our daily average sales to some like big promotion date, you can see the sales is increasing in this kind of date. So we need to make good use of this kind of marketing date to do more exposure for our brand. Here is another case study for Unilever. This brand we cooperate for cross-border China. After doing more than 1 year, we have reached 8,000 to 20,000 reviews and ratings for each SKU, and also the GM reached to 7 figures as of July 2018. The growth percentage for the original figures has increased a lot. And also for Albert, this brand will also establish the relationship with Albert in JD Worldwide and also for our O2O channels. So now they have maintained a monthly average growth rate of more than 50%, far exceeding the average growth rate of the industry. And also the monthly sales of O2O channel has reached to 5 figures gradually. So this is the keys for cross-border business. And here is just some store showcase. So this one is for beer. Here you can see this one is for the Ramadan campaign. It's big promotion. And also the blue one is for the daily sales decoration. And also for Thailand, we have the own store design. So as for now, the beer cross-border store already ranked the #1 Chinese small appliance store in Lazada. Okay, so for now, I just doing a short introduction about our company. I said e-commerce was established in 2011. Our headquarters is in Singapore, and our business, there are 3 types of business in our company. One is helping the local company to do their local marketplace, and also helping some brands to go overseas like China to do the cross-border business, and also for helping some brands to do also the 6 countries in Southeast Asia. So anyone have questions related to China cross-border and also for 6 countries in Southeast Asia can also ask or leave your QA section for some questions. For us, we are the first authorized e-commerce solution provider by Lazada, and also for last year, 2018 and 2019, we are ranked as the #1 e-commerce solution provider in Lazada. And here just some brands we have cooperate with. So here just a short introduction about our company. Okay, so these are all the countries we have our branches in Indonesia and Malaysia. So if you have any question to how to do maybe Malaysia marketplace and how to use the marketplace to doing your online business, also can ask for us. And for the platform, we are not only doing the Singapore Qoo10, Shopee, Lazada, but also for Indonesia, Tokopedia, and also for WeChat. We also have brands to doing their own WeChat official account to to the Chinese customers, and also for some China cross-border platforms like for JD Worldwide, Tmall Global, and also for Kola. Yeah, and if you have any questions related to how to open a store and how to doing your listing, your content creation, and also your customer service, and also some fulfillment or inside or offsite marketing strategies, you can also ask us. So here just our contact. We are open for the free consultant. If you have any questions to open your online e-commerce business, so you can add our WhatsApp or our WeChat for more inquiries.
So our presentation for now is here. So let's move to Chris to going our like Q&A section. Yes. So
Thank you, Qiannan and Jingyuan. Yep. So, okay, thank you, Qiannan and Jingyuan for the insightful sharing. I believe that a lot of the audience now has a good understanding of the markets, basically Southeast Asia and China, basically. So I think over here, we have actually got two questions from participants here, Carrie. So I think just now you mentioned about some social media, so-called a platform. So I think the phenomenon that we also observed was actually the sudden rise of TikTok. So I think the key thing is China has been very strong in influencer marketing, basically the KOL. So I just like to probably get your thoughts on how has actually TikTok transformed KOL influencer marketing, and is this only good in China, and or is in anywhere else in Southeast Asia? Can this TikTok and influencer strategy actually work? Your thoughts, please.
Okay, thanks for the question. Let me answer this question. For TikTok, at the current stage, it definitely is still new to the Southeast Asia market. But that is the interesting part is as a brand, if you can really build your capability from these live sales or live sharing marketing through the TikTok, that will be impressive to your potential customers. Actually, I do believe there are many companies using Facebook live sales. It's quite similar to what TikTok is doing in China. And for now, actually for TikTok itself is investing a huge amount to develop the overseas market like Southeast Asia and the worldwide market. So to build the capability of doing the marketing through the TikTok and to engage your brand with the TikTok, that is a good kickstart for now, because TikTok will spread out quickly for this near future. And for the TikTok, it's I have to say a lot of China KOL or influencers, they already look at and step in to Southeast Asia market. So definitely it's not just good in China, because it's getting very competitive live sales or use of TikTok in China. And China actually has a multi-platforms allow the user to do the online sales, to do the live sales. So Southeast Asia is one of the new market that allow the brand, that allow the sellers to advertise, to market your platform. The strategy to apply with the TikTok or other social commerce, I think very fundamental part now is about e-commerce. So before you really go for TikTok, I believe the fundamental is what is your e-commerce platform for you to fill in, for you to list the products, for you to market your products. TikTok is more on the marketing segment to drive the traffic to your online e-commerce platform. So the first step is list up your product to the dedicated platform with your company products. Second, you can take TikTok as one of the marketing channel to do the necessary marketing. It's part of the so-called omni-channel. So it's not a split to say I only focus on the TikTok or I only focus on the e-commerce. Gradually, this can be an integrated solution, which you use e-commerce as a platform. This is fundamental part to build your retailing channel. And with the TikTok, which is your add-on solution and capability to drive your traffic to link your customer, link your fundamental customer profile to your online channels. And furthermore, for TikTok, the interesting part is at the beginning stage. So if you are enter the market, I think now is the right time because you are catching up with the trend. So it's important that you have the capability. So at the beginning stage, build the capability. Two parts: build your online sales channel, build your capability on market, your TikTok, and how to transfer your customer and traffic to your e-commerce. That's the two parts, and they will play as a whole. That's what I can share.
Okay. So basically, I think right now we are all working from home, right? So I think a lot of people are sharing a lot of content. So I think if they are viewing a lot of content from TikTok, I think that leaves businesses to think how they can probably capitalize on this situation and see how they can load more videos on TikTok. Probably you say that?
Yes, yeah. So I will take it as two steps. First, to have the e-commerce network. Second, use TikTok as the omni-channel marketing strategy to drive the traffic to support the e-commerce platform. So it will be the two phase. First phase is to build the e-commerce channel. Second, since everyone now is stay at home, and I can take one example from one of my Taiwan friends who is selling watch online through the Facebook live sales. For the past months before COVID-19, they actually only have 200, 300 fans to follow their sales. But within this period, which is due to the COVID-19, they do have more than thousands of followers to join the live sales. So I believe the trend is already there. It's never to say it's only good for China. It will definitely fit for the Southeast Asian market. And based on the e-commerce experience from China to Southeast Asia, the live sales video streaming like TikTok will be the very potential trend. And there's a lot of beginner or there's a lot of companies already start exploring this as one of the marketing, social marketing solution.
Okay. So, thanks for answering that question. I think it's very well answered. Let's move on to the second question. I think over here, the second question is, just like you mentioned that going e-commerce is the easiest way to penetrate into China. But I think a lot of the businesses, right, I think one of the key things on their mind is actually about the licensing for their products. So I'm not too sure when you mentioned when it's easy to go into China, does it mean that if I go through e-commerce, I do not need to worry about product licensing? Because I think that is one of the tricky things that I think most of the businesses are actually worried about.
Okay, just now I actually share the benefits of cross-border e-commerce, how they managing the supply chain. So what is the key difference is for cross-border solution from the China government actually protect the local general trade. Meanwhile, it's developing the cross-border sales from overseas to China. So come to the license, if you still go by general trade, you definitely have to ask for what are the license, what are the requirement conditions needed by the custom, by the China government or so on. But for cross-border, it will simplify the whole procedure to enter the market. So first of all is we have to look at what is the category of products. And with the category, what is the requirement from the platform? So let's say if you are selling the luxury beauty, okay, luxury beauty. So if you really use the general trade, you have to apply the license, you have to get you have to pay very high custom tax. Yeah, you have to prepare the documentation and so on to do the general trade, and you need to get approval from the brand level to enter the market. But with cross-border e-commerce, basically, how we manage it is your product can just park under the free test zone in China, and the platform will list up your products. list out your product in their platform. So the platform will receive the order from the customer, and the platform will return back the notification of the order to the seller side. So for seller, we'll follow the instruction. That means the customer information to get the free test room warehouse to fulfill. So it's basically 3 steps. First, you get your product first you get ready your product. Second, you get approval from the platform. Third, you get the order from customers. And with the third-party free test room warehouse, they will fulfill the order directly from the warehouse to your end customer. So it's not complicated. It's not complicated with the licensing. And yeah, please.
Okay, just to go into a little bit of what you mentioned, approval from the platform. So for this step of approval from the platform, what do you mean actually?
Okay, for a platform like Tmall, like JD.com, they will request, let's say you are selling the brand's chicken essence. So for this brand, is it the authorized owner or you are the authorized retailer to sell this product in the platform? So they have to ensure the supply chain is proven product that can be sold in the platform. That means you are not selling any fake product. Your supply chain is getting direct from the brand level. So that is a part one, which you have to get the brand authorization to sell the product in the platform, and platform has a right to accept it. The second is for the product ingredients and product. Usually for consumer level of product, there's no much issue. As long as you list out the product ingredients, whatever standard requirement of a certificate that you have, and you present to the platform okay with the category of product, then you are able to list the product in the platform. So instead of you have to apply all the license through the government, you just have to go through a platform, and platform has a right to say your product or your brand is allowed to be sold in the platform. So it's 2 parts. One is to get the authority of the brand for the platform. Second is your product ingredients, informations, follow the regulation that platform require. Yeah.
Understand. Thanks for clarifying that, because I think a lot of people, right, when they actually venture into China, so most likely they'll be knocking on the various doors of the various government agencies trying to sort out the licensing agreements. So I think if the platform is actually acting as a so-called no doors are closed, so everybody just go through one door and they'll be able to advise on that, I think that'll be helpful for businesses trying to penetrate into China. So I think on my side, okay, let's see whether there's any further questions. So far, no. I think, let me see. Nope, we don't have any. Wait, just give me a moment. Does going to China means we don't think very well? Okay, do you have any SCC? Okay, so there's one, right? One question asking specific to health or dietary supplements. Do they actually need any license for China through e-commerce if they are the manufacturer themselves?
Actually, the answer is no, because for the cross-border e-commerce, basically they still treat your product as in overseas. So you just follow and fit the regulation that requires in the local country, like in Singapore, in Malaysia. When you supply to the China, you just park your goods in their free test room warehouse, instead of your stock is not in the so-called offline retailing channel. So basically, your store just have to follow the regulation based on your overseas, based on your local regulation. And for the platform, they just list out your product. So everything is in the very simple way. As long as your products fit local regulation and fit the platform regulation, the product is allowed to be sold in China online platform.
Okay, can. So I think since I just want to ask one question. I think just to probably showcase your expertise. I think that would be the perfect way probably just to end this session. Here since we're running about we are reaching about 4 o'clock soon. So I think given a chance, right? So say right now, given the COVID-19 situation, hand sanitizer seems to be the hottest thing going around and everything. So let's say if I'm a manufacturer of a hand sanitizer and I want to penetrate into, let's say choose one market, let's say for China, for example, based on your experience, right? How would you guide me as a manufacturer of a hand sanitizer to actually penetrate into the China market, and which platform will you probably recommend me to go? I think I'm not holding you to it, just based on experience, just to share.
Okay, Chena, you like to share? Okay. So for a new product or new brands, I believe for current stage, of course, hand sanitizer has a very high demand in the market. And even in China, a lot of new sellers to sell their hand sanitizer through the platform is a very new brand, which is totally new. So in China, basically, we can consider 4 or 5 major channels. So if your product is new, your brand is new, we can consider through some social commerce, which is like WeChat, okay, TikTok. It could be a very fast channel that you can be on board. Follow up with the e-commerce channel. But of course, with this e-commerce channel, it has a higher requirement, which you have a backup with a brand. So for those already have an existing brand, if hand sanitizer as your extended SKU or as a new SKU, new product, you can actually list up your brand in the e-commerce platform. Meanwhile, you can use, which we shared just now, you can create your hot style product, which hand sanitizer as the key product to sell in the e-commerce platform. Meanwhile, you bring up your brand level of products. So it's from a single product to a series of product and to your brand level to build up your brand reputation. Actually, it's a very good strategy for now is if your brand is somehow related to health, somehow related to healthy category, you can consider to really create the hand sanitizer as one of the key SKU, key products to promote through the social commerce channel and through the e-commerce channel, and from e-commerce channel to promote your brand. And furthermore, there's another 2 channel is you even can consider do the general trade through the offline, because that is still allowed for hand sanitizer to do the offline. And another one is you can just do the B2B wholesaling through these the China retailers, wholesalers. So we can consider there's a social commerce channel like WeChat, TikTok. Then we can consider these e-commerce platform channels, as well as you can consider the offline channel and these B2B channels. Yeah, so it's good strategy that you have something can quickly build as a hot style product to promote your brand further. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for answering that question. I think I'm just bringing forward to you one question that I faced yesterday. So yesterday somebody was actually asking, right, because there's very limited B2B marketplaces that I think everybody is familiar with. So from your experience, are you able to share some good B2B marketplaces probably in China or in Southeast Asia?
Okay, for B2B platform in China, I believe in the worldwide, the largest will be Alibaba.
Yep.
Okay, that is how Jack Ma tried to help all these small business to do the B2B through the online. But just now I also shared that with the further e-commerce development, actually a lot of brand is able to connect to the 2C level of customer. That's why 2C level of a platform like Tmall, JD is very, it comes with a rapid growth. So for B2B, we still can consider Alibaba in English version, and there's a 1688 Chinese version that's based in China. As a brand level, to really build the brand reputation in China market, I will still recommend to kickstart with 2C platforms. And to B level, it can be the further step after you really have some foundation in China with a B2C marketplace. Of course, you can move further with the B2B. And there are some brands actually have very successful experience with the China market. They actually build up the reputation. I think there's a biscuit from Indonesia. So it's a cheesy biscuit. So they actually sell through the B2C marketplace with the great brand reputation. There are some local distributor will actually buy in the huge quantity. And this distributor will act as the wholesaler in China to list their product in B2B platform. In other words, is for most of brands, they want to simplify the process. So they just expect I sell to B2B, then whoever helping them to sell, then they can quickly expand the business. But I think somehow it's changed from here is for a brand, you have to put in an effort to really educate the market with your brand information, brand knowledge, your brand quality. From there, you can really grow your business significantly with the further channel, let's say B2B. And let's come back to Southeast Asia. Yeah, actually for most of Southeast Asia countries, they don't really have a big B2B platforms because since Alibaba almost occupied the largest B2B platform, they're also global resource as a B2B platform. In USA, they're also Amazon business. I believe Q10 wholesale also try to do the B2B. But I think for now, Southeast Asia still didn't really form up as a very aggressive B2B platform. Most of platform is still B2C. That's why I would like to suggest for a brand level to consider how to educate, how to develop the B2C level, and through the distribution model to step in B2B model, to step in B2B platform.
Okay, thanks for the sharing. So I think we're actually ending pretty sharp. It's now 4:01. So just like to check if you have any last words to probably encourage our SMEs over here to do more cross-border e-commerce. Anything from you? Final words from Qiannan and Jingyuan.
Okay. Thanks Chris, and thanks for everyone to take attention for this sharing. And with the COVID-19, I also realized there are many challenges are facing by brands or companies. And we are here to share some business opportunity, which is through the online e-commerce to explore further with your business expansion. And if you have any question or any doubts, I believe we are ready, and we do have experience for the past years to share and to take actual actions, to take the actual steps to assist you further. So feel free to contact us anytime at your convenience. And I believe just now we also leave the contact number, the emails, anything, you can just inquire with us, and we will try our best to answer all your inquiries. And we also wish we are able to assist or to give some advice, and let's go further together, and let's overcome the challenges together. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Jingyuan. Thank you, Qiannan. Thank you, SCCCI e-commerce for today's webinar session. Thank you for joining us. So I think I just want to end off by saying that we are now in National Circuit Breaker Day 9. I think there's news that we are having a community spread, and the unlinked cases are actually seems to be increasing. So I just want to urge everyone just to continue to stay at home, work from home. And we have actually got quite a lot of sessions coming up to actually share more about the various tools to ensure that you can actually remain productive and continue to collaborate with your colleagues, especially at work, and still continue to be productive. So I've actually shared it within the chat group as well. So before I end the session, I'm also going to share the Google survey form. Appreciate if you can just provide some feedbacks, and if you have any questions, further questions you want to ask the speakers, right? You can actually ask it through the form. We'll help you to relay the information within to them. So when they actually have the deck, everything in place, right? The Q&A will be inserted inside the slides. So once again, thank you all for attending today's session. Just want to urge everyone, stay safe and stay healthy. Look forward to seeing you at the next session. Thank you. Thank you, Jing Yan. Thank you, Chen Lan. Thank you so much. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.